Hi everyone, it's Catherine here from Chaos Creates. Thanks for joining me on my channel today. I'm here to share with you a layout for Confessions of a Paper Addict, and this time I am using quite an old cut file. I've had it cut for some time as well. It is the monkey cut file, and you can see it here on screen. It's a really cute one, but I haven't managed to use it yet. So I'm going ahead and backing it. I'm using mainly a couple of the boys' collections from Cocoa Vanilla Studio. Now, as you can see, I'd already sort of started back in. I thought, oh, I should probably show you some of this. So to back the monkey, I actually traced around the outside of the monkey shape, and now I'm just cutting slightly inside that pencil line. So I've flipped the cut file over and also flipped the paper over. So I'm cutting, I traced on the back of that paper using the back of the cut file, if that makes sense. I hope you can see enough of what I'm doing. Now I'm going to go ahead and just stick it down, and I'll stick it down in sort of um, two sittings, I guess. So I'm going to stick down the head first, and then so line all of that up, the head and arms, and then go ahead and sort of stick down the leg and the tails. The tails, just the one tail. And so I'm just putting some glue on there and sticking that down. And then there is one other tail piece. So I'm just going to cut that out. I did actually trace around the inside of that, and so I'm just leaving a little gap from that pencil line, and I'll go ahead and stick that down. Now, I don't make you watch any more of this backing process. I just wanted to show you with that bigger section what I did. So I'm just going to go and trim out, just some of the excess that wasn't quite aligned, and just trim around the edges with my scissors there. And now I'm going to go ahead and show you how I put the face down. I kept all of the face pieces, so all of the inner pieces that I needed to use, as well as that outer piece, just so that I could line things up. So I'm just using a Posca pen here just to color those in black so that they are going to stand out. And so I've got the eyes and then that mouth piece. And so I've just got that sitting in the inner cut piece of the cut file. And so I'm going to use these to stick down. So I am just going ahead and adding a little bit of white to those black eyes, just so that just so that they've got that white piece in the black eye. So just cut small little pieces. Now I'm going to go ahead, I've lined that sort of inside piece of the face. Now I'm going to stick down the mouth and then just lift it up so that it doesn't get stuck in the wrong place. And then line these eyes up. And I really like being able to do this. I think it works really well because then you're not guessing where you're sort of having to stick those down. So as you can see, I've come back in and I have backed the rest of the cut file. I have also gone ahead with that Posca pen and painted around the rest of the edge of the monkey. And then I thought I would use some Distress Oxides to actually paint the rest of the white. The white was really standing out then once I'd done, created that monkey or painted that monkey all black on the outline. So I thought I would use a similar colors. So I've got, I think that green is Mowed Lawn, and then the brown is Vintage Photo. So I've just gone ahead and done all the edges of those leaves as well as the branch. Now, as you can see, I'm bringing in this paper. This background paper is from the No Limits collection. I really loved how it worked with this, and I'm just slotting my photos just in there on the side of that monkey and just tucking it in and around. And then I'm using these really old thickers from Amy Tangerine, and I'm going to spell out my cheeky monkey. So these photos are taken of Seb. Just, he was climbing trees as he always does, but he was just hanging upside down like a monkey, and I snapped these cute little photos. So I thought this was the perfect cut file to use with these photos. I think these photos were taken, I want to say back in 2020. I think we were in lockdown, and so yeah, it was one of our daily walks out and about to the park. you know, to get some fresh air and just make the most of our time outside. And I'm going through and I'm just going to create, I don't really create clusters here. I don't embellish overly much because by the time I have the photos and that cut file, I don't really need too much. So up the top, I've got a banner piece that says the best kid ever. And so as you can see, I'm just kind of sorting through some of these die cut ephemera pieces. These are from the Legendary collection. So I'm using both the Legendary collection um, and the new one, the No Limits collection. I think that green in the leaves is actually from Boys Rule. But as you can see, I'm just kind of going through, seeing what I can make work. And this one says Wild Thing, and I thought that was super cute, sitting up, you know, that wood grain up in the leaves. And I've got Epic there at the moment, but I do end up changing that out for a sticker. So as you can see, just sorting through what can I make work, and I do end up pulling out that Buck Wild. And now, you know, it's looking reasonably monochromatic. So the reason I did the monkey in the grey was because Seb was wearing grey pants and a grey shirt. So I thought that matched. But as you can see, I'm pulling out a few more pieces. I felt like it was looking a bit, yeah, I guess monochromatic. I know there was the bright pops of green in that cut file, but I wanted to add a bit more of that orange. And so both of these collections had that beautiful orange. So I've added an arrow up the top, the fun banner on the photo, and also one, a little banner on the other photo that says hello there, and a tab at the top that says memorable in the green. And so now I'm just going ahead and sticking everything down. So I'm using a combination of my wet adhesive just to stick things flat to the page, although I only put a few dabs of glue, and so a lot of the cut file, especially those leaves, sort of stick up, so it looks really good. And then I am adding some foam adhesive to the back of some of these things. So that Wild Thing, I've added foam. I'm just going to go ahead and stick down my photo and the monkey part of the cut file. And I'm sticking all of that down. As you can see, I did ask in my last video, like, if people enjoyed watching this. Now, I can cut it out, but I feel like I got a really high response of, yeah, we like to see the whole process. So I'm really trying hard to leave as much in the process as possible without making this video too long. So as you can see, sticking that down there. And yeah, I like I said, it's pretty minimal, but I do actually like how this one turned out. Yeah, I think that mixed media, I was a bit worried I was going to wreck the cut file, but I didn't use a lot of water with that. Yeah, with that Distress Oxide, so that's good. And I've just stuck between the monkey's arms there. I've bumped up on foam, like the banner that says Total Legend, and I really love how that looks. So I'm just going to pop up this fun banner, and I sort of put that on the photo there, and it did create a you know, visual triangle between all those orange pieces, that arrow, the fun banner, and that other banner that says hello there. But I really wanted to sort of put that over the photo there because there was quite a bit of sunlight and it was sort of taking away from that photo. So I think that was a really good way to cover it up. Now I'm just tidying everything up because I just want to finish off with oh, I need to cut the branding strip off first. I had forgotten to do that. I'd sort of laid everything out and I didn't want to move things too much. I'm going to use some Nuvo drops here, and you see a bit of a disaster. Although from the camera angle you can't really see, but I decided to sort of, I guess, swipe it off with the with that X-Acto knife. Oh, look, it doesn't look great, but that's okay. And now I'm going to go ahead and add 3 sort of dots to a few little places, and these are the crystal drops in Ebony black, I want to say. So I'm just adding those around, and now I'm going to take some Kaiser Craft Mist. Oh no, actually I come in with some white just to add a little bit of white Nuvo to those eyes as well. Now I'm taking some Kaiser Craft Mist in charcoal, and I'm sprinkling that round. Not very successfully. I felt like I nearly spilt the bottle at one point, and I certainly got drips everywhere. But anyway, it turns out okay in the end. So I'm just sprinkling that round with a paintbrush there and making it work. And oh, sorry, I did off camera move that title. You didn't need to see me mucking around with that title, but I am finished. So thank you very much for watching. I'll leave all the links below to Confessions of a Paper Addict Facebook group and also this cut file. Bye everyone.